Okay. Check it out. We're gonna get back to this Kenneka Jenkins case. For how long we don't know, that's up to y'all. All we do's grant requests. But it's been like a month since our last video on this case. Since then it's been requested we stay on it. Kenneka was the last to request it. Hope we pronounced that correctly. But we're gonna clear some things up because we know we said there's some things y'all should know. First, since it's been over a month, we have no idea what's going on with this case, nor have we watched any videos on it other than the Zach TV interviews. So we'll start where we left off. Meaning we won't watch any videos on this case until after we drop our next video on this matter. After we drop that video, we'll catch up with what's going on if that's what y'all wish. And we're gonna get to those of you who've dropped links in another video because it was appreciated. Yet we wanna explain to y'all what went down. Because along with saying there's things y'all should know, we also said we'd do a photo analysis. However, here's what happened. When the Kenneka Jenkins freezer photos were released, we saved quite a few sites that had the photos. Apologies for not dropping that video when we said. But when we got ready to do our analysis, we brought up all the bookmarked sites we saved which had the freezer photos. Yet when we returned, virtually all of the photos were gone. Some of them had completely different stories on those pages, or they only had 1 or 2 photos on those sites. The next problem was the few sites that did have 1 or 2 photos had photos with such bad quality they weren't worth doing an analysis on. Like for fucking what? To analyze a bunch of fucking blurry blotches. Hey, is that a fly or a piece of doo-doo? Who the fuck has time for that crap? Then came the funeral. The only shots of Kenneka at the funeral we saw was like one blotchy picture that looked like a screenshot of video taken with someone's cell. Like no one's trying to get morbid here or something, but it actually does play a role in this case. Now perhaps they didn't allow photos to be taken. We have no idea. But there was very little clarity floating around out there concerning this case. And the irony is there should be more clarity available due to the nature of it. Even the Rosemont police site comes up empty for us. But we're gonna play catch up since that's what's been requested. There's obviously some things some of y'all feel we should see. If y'all want the players to play, we'll play. Since y'all know how we operate, y'all deliver us the news. So we can deliver it right back to ya. Because we have no idea what the fuck the news is until y'all tell us. And then we tell y'all what y'all actually just told us. Now as far as these photos are concerned, some people appear to have photos directly from the Rosemont site. We have no idea how. We've been to that site. All we get when we type in a search for Kenneka is this crap. We've typed in Kenneka Jenkins. Death investigation of Kenneka Jenkins. Kenneka Jenkins investigation. And every combination we can imagine. We come up empty. So here's what we're gonna do. All we have at this time's 2 halfway decent photos. And even saying halfway is an exaggeration. But they're still better than the others. So we're gonna look one more time. And if we don't find any clean photos, we'll give an analysis on the 2 we have. Because we have no desire to be given one on blotchy crap. This is Kenneka Jenkins. Not Bigfoot or some UFO. We see no reason for there not to be available clean shots. Now large files tend to slow down the loading process on websites. But for this case there's no reason for sites to take the size reduction path. But if all we got's 2, then 2's what we'll use. And we'll get Sexy's take on the shit as well. But since we've been asked to chop it up on this, we will. And that ain't gonna be no 10-minute video. We'll probably mix it up with y'all for a good hour, give or take a few minutes. And we usually don't do shit like that, but there's a lot to say. And even that ain't even gonna cover half of it. Because we're just gonna be speaking on the shit we noticed when we last left off. Even then we noticed some shit people just ain't ready to handle. So we have no idea what we'll discover if we play catch up with this shit. But we're gonna talk about some of those things we said y'all should know. Answer some old questions and give an analysis on what we see if we see anything fishy. So that's the deal. We'll give it 24 hours. And since that ain't gonna be no short video, we'll do a separate photo analysis video for those who don't wanna hear our flap and just wanna get our take on the photos. Because we're gonna be flapping. Betcha ass on that. Let's just hope we can find more than the 2 shots we have. And we're gonna tell y'all straight up. We didn't clock these pictures closely. The obvious was the obvious. Which is that wasn't no girl that just walked in and no freezer. We just been too busy and wasn't fucking with no blotchy crap fucking photos. Somewhere out there's clean shots. And we want 'em. No need to be guessing what some fucking blur is when there's clean shots somewhere where we can just zoom in a the motherfucker and see what's going on. So apologies to those who've been asking us to speak. But ultimately we wanna say that if anyone has any links to anything clean, it would be most appreciated. We'll give it 24 to see what we can find. But we're gonna kick some shit no matter what since it's been requested. And until then, peace. We're out.